I'm going so far, I'm jumping this thing, this is so sick. I take the video and they look at it. Yeah, you can delete that. That's not good. Don't show it to anybody. I don't want to. What's going on, guys? Grant Taylor. Today we're talking about what to expect from your trainer or from your training, what you're doing. So everyone, or a lot of people think or like to do things on their own, not have to have a trainer. They want to do things. They think like, oh, I've seen this, I've trained before and I've learned, so I can just work on it on my own. Or my buddy's trained before and he's told me that this is what they worked on, so I'm just gonna do this on my own. Okay, that is kind of how I did it over time, but that's because money was an issue. I couldn't afford to train all the time. But I tell you what, if I could have trained, I would have got faster, quicker. Everything would have been faster. Okay, when you have a trainer, you have someone analyzing what you do, someone watching what you're doing. If you're making mistakes, they can see what you're making mistakes. They can pinpoint which mistake is holding you back. You might be making 5 mistakes, but there's one big mistake that's keeping these next 4 things from happening. Okay, or there could be 4 things that you're doing wrong that are so wrong you can't get this other one right, and that's what's holding you back. So when you have a trainer, you have someone that's watching you. You can tell you what to do. So whenever you ride, you train, whatever you're doing, it's better to have someone watching. Let's just say you don't have a trainer, say you can't afford a trainer. At least get someone to video your riding, so that way you can go back and you can watch your riding. You can see what you're doing. You know, you might feel like I was going so fast today, and then you watch a video and you're like, whoa, that is bad. I suck. I've had that happen. I've trained people before, like, dude, get a video of me hitting this jump. Okay. They're like, I'm sitting it, I'm going so far, I'm jumping this thing, this is so sick. I take the video and they look at it. Yeah, you can delete that. That's not good. Don't show it to anybody. I don't want to, so when you have a different perspective of your writing, everything's different. When you can actually see what's happening versus what you see when you're writing, there's a big difference. So for me, when I'm training people, I'm watching them. I can't see what they're doing. So I can see, even as a writer, if you don't feel you're making a mistake, I can still see it. Just because you can't feel it, or you think that mistake you're making isn't playing a big role, but I can see the mistake that you're making, and I can see the aftermath, is it causing an issue? I can see that. Whether you feel it or think so or not, me as a trainer, this is what I do for a living, I can see these things. Or not just me, but a trainer, if it's a good trainer, they know what they're doing, they can see these things. Okay? So, when you're training, it's not always fun. It's like studying for a test. Studying for a test is not fun. You don't want to study. But passing the test so you can go to the next grade, that's a lot of fun. You want to succeed. You want to be better. You want to be better. However good you were here, you want to be better than that, then better than that, then better. So you just always want to improve. So training isn't always fun. It can be fun. I try and make my training as fun as I can, but there's still the days where it's just like, all right, today business, we got, this is not a fun day. We got to get working hard, do this. But then when you have your moments of improvement and I tell you to do whatever, and then you get it done, I'm like, dude, that was so sick, you got it right. Those are fun times, but it's not always fun. Sometimes we're doing stand-up motos, we're doing pursuit motos, we're doing stuff, which you're riding your dirt bike, so you can't not have fun to ride your dirt bike, but it's not always just so much fun. There might be a turn, you're working a turn, you keep crashing that same turn over and over, but that one time you get the turn right, now you're like, whoa, I got it right. Now everything's getting easier, okay? So it's not always fun. It's not always easy. It's training. Training is work. It's working out. When you go to the gym and you work out, if you do, I hope you do. If you go to the gym and you work out, working out isn't easy. It's heavy. It's hard. It's hard work. That's why it's called working out. You're working. Training is working. You are working out your body to teach your body new habits, new techniques, new everything, okay? So it's not fun always. It can be fun, and it's not always easy. Sometimes you have a good day and you're like, dude, things are clicking. This is easy. Everything is good. It's great. Okay. So out of your trainer, find you a trainer that knows how to make things more fun. Not all trainers know how to have fun. Some trainers are just all strictly business, and there are days where it is just business. There's days in my training where I know my training isn't fun on some days. But that's because there are some days where it's not time to play around, not time to have fun. It's time. You got to be serious. You got to, like the other day, I was out at the track. I was working with Rooster because he is getting ready for Loretta's, and it was business, business, business. We were not out there for just a good old day at the track. No, we were working because he's getting ready for Loretta's. We're trying to get a good finish at Loretta's, hopefully win. So we were working hard so he could go do good at Loretta's. That was not a fun day. That was not an easy day. He was not enjoying it. Normally, Rooster enjoys his training, or at least he says he does. So if he normally has fun training, that day he wanted to go home. I knew mentally he wasn't there. I was trying to hype him up, trying to get him excited because I knew he wasn't enjoying it. But that's how some days are. Some days are not the most fun. I know back when I was training, there was days where I had to do stand-up motos. Back when I was training with Scott Willingham back in 2016 or whatever it was, he had a track at his house. I'd ride at his track, and I hated it. He had us do stand-up moto. That killed my back. I have a bad back. It killed my back. I hated it. But I became a better rider because of it. It wasn't fun. It definitely wasn't easy. I almost pulled off the track, but I knew he has me doing this for a reason. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. It sucks. I'm going to make it work. So that's what I did. It made me better because of it. Now I incorporate that to my own training because I know how much it can help. Okay? Find you a trainer that knows how to analyze you. Find you a trainer that knows how to work with you. Not all trainers can work with all people. Some people have different personalities. I might not have the personality for you. You may hate the way I train. You may hate my personality. If you don't like the way I train, you don't like me, you don't like my personality, you're not going to learn from me. I could be Alden Baker, and if you don't like my personality and the way I train, you're not going to learn from me. That's just how it is. You're not going to learn from someone you don't like. Now, say you do like me. You're probably going to learn from me. I try and be a very, I'm a good people's person. I'm trying to be friendly, I guess. Some people don't like me, whatever. But I try to make the relationship there so people do like me. That is part of it. If you like the person, you will learn from that person. Okay? So you have to have the click, have the connection. So when you're training, when you find your trainer, find someone you click with, find someone that you like. No matter who it is really. Make sure they know what they're talking about, of course. Make sure they're not just some idiot at the track like, oh yeah, I can go pretty fast on a dirt bike. I'll teach you how to do it. Not everybody knows how to teach. So just because they can go fast, I'm not saying Eli Tomac, but say someone like Eli Tomac is that level, that fast. Just because he knows how to go fast doesn't mean he knows how to teach how to go that fast. There's a big difference in doing and teaching. I can teach you how to be very, very fast, faster than me. Just because I'm not the fastest rider in the world doesn't mean I'm not the best trainer in the world. I'm not saying I am, but I know I'm a very good trainer. I know the information I have to give is very good information. I know the way I present that information is very good information. Okay? So when I train, I've got the confidence, I've got the mindset, I know what I'm doing is right. I know how I do it is right. I know when I give that information to you, it's that old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I can give you a whole book of information. That's up to you if you take it and you accept it and you put it to work, okay? So find you a trainer that knows how to give you the information. I'm very good at breaking things down. I'm very good at explaining things. I'm very good at giving you analogies so that way you can understand them and put it into a real world perspective so that way you can apply it to the track. I'm good at making the bike, using different references so you don't think of just when I explain your suspension to you and how it's operating, I can explain it in different ways so that way, even if you don't understand the mechanics of the bike, I can dumb it down so that way you do understand the mechanics of the bike. Without even realizing, you just learned how suspension works, how throttle affects suspension, braking affects suspension, engine brake, everything. I can teach you how the mechanics of the bike work without even teaching you how the bike works. But you will understand it because I can correlate it with other things that make sense to the average person. Even if you don't even know how to ride a dirt bike, you've never ridden a dirt bike in your life, I can make you understand it because I know how to make analogies that you can understand. Okay? Don't step over the trainer during sessions. I've had parents where I'm trying to train, I'm trying to wave the kid off the track, and then the parents over here in front of me waving the kid off, telling the kid to go to them instead of me. I'm like, dude, you're paying me, you're paying me to teach your kid, but you're trying to teach the kid. And then he'll pull him off, he'll talk to him, and he goes, all right, go see Grant. Dude. And then I'll ask the kid, and like, hey, what did he say and all this? And the kid's telling me, hey, he told me don't use my rear brake, or don't use my front brake, I need to use more rear brake. I'm like, okay, don't do that. Use both, use more front than rear, but use both. He's like, well, my dad said don't use the front brake. I'm like, so now I got to tell the kid that the parents are wrong. That's not good. But if I don't tell the kid that, then the kid's not going to learn properly. So now that's going to make me a trainer giving bad information, which makes me into a bad trainer. So, or I can tell the kid the parents wrong. The kid's wrong, mad at the parents, and the parents are mad at me because I'm telling the kids not to listen to their parents. And it's this whole cluster. Parents, if you're going to give your kid information, make sure you are 100%. It's not guesswork, because motocross is dangerous. So you make sure the information you're giving is good information. Please make sure it's good. If it's not, if you don't know, ask someone that does know, and don't just go ask some guy at the track like, hey, what do you think about this? No, 80% of the people at the track don't know what they're talking about. Maybe even more, probably more. 90% of the people, they might know something. Something is better than nothing at times, but not always. There's times where you ask this guy like, hey, I don't know how to go in the corner. How do you go into the corner, man? Like, oh, dude, I come in corners. I just lock up the rear brake. I slide. Dude, it's so sick. I slide in the corners and I hit that. I just dump the clutch and I go. Well, that is bad. You don't want to do that, because if they're sitting down, or if they're locking up the rear brake, chances are they're sitting down. So now they're sitting down. If there's any bumps on the track, you're sitting down and braking bumps. Well, that's not good. You don't want to sit down and braking bumps, because now you're going to be bouncing. You're going to go all over the place, probably going to crash. Your back tire sliding, so now you're going to start skipping. You're probably going to start swapping, probably going to crash. And if you're focusing on dumping the clutch, that means you probably pulled the clutch in going into the corner, which you have to because you locked up the rear brake. So if you locked up the rear brake, the engine's going to die. So you have to pull the clutch in. So now you have no engine brake, a sliding back tire. You're sitting down. You're out of control. Say you hold it all together. You get to the corner, you dump the clutch, but now you just blew out the turn. Probably you looped out, you swapped out, something, you high-sided, whatever. You lost so much time. You were out of control. Nothing was good because you did all of the wrong steps. Don't ask your average guy. Make sure who you're asking knows what they're talking about. And parents, if you have told your kids any of that information that I just told you was wrong, please go tell your kid, hey, I'm sorry I gave you bad information. Grant Taylor told me this is what we should do. You can hold me to that. Go ask other people. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, but I know I'm not. That is 100% right. That is one of those things where I'm right 100% of the time. You can't tell me I'm wrong. Normally it's only 99.5% of the time, but that's 100. 100, okay? So when you get your trainer, do your research on the trainer. Make sure it's not just some local idiot. I'm a local idiot, but I'm a local idiot with a reputation of training. I know how to train. I've been training for over 5 years. So once you get your trainer and you're working with your trainer's trying to teach you all these things, please make sure your trainer knows the difference in fast and good. And the way you're learning from your trainer, please, your trainer's analyzing you when you ride. You have to analyze your trainer. See if the information your trainer gives you, is he confident in his information? Does he know that information he's giving you is good information? And the information he's giving you, is he giving you that information at the right times? I know since you don't know he's a trainer, you're supposed to just listen to your trainer and trust in your trainer. Yes, I'm not saying don't trust your trainer. I'm not saying question everything he says. But you do need to stay on top of it and just make sure what he's telling you is the right things. And what I mean by that, obviously he's the trainer. He is the one with the good information. I know. What I mean by that, make sure your trainer's teaching you to be a good rider, not just a fast rider. Now, I know everybody's goal, I want to go fast. I want to hit the big jumps. I want to throw whips. That's fine. You can do all that stuff. That's perfectly fine. But make sure your trainer is teaching you how to be a good rider before you do that. There are some trainers out there. I'm not going to mention names because that's going to stir up some issues. But these trainers, and I have seen them do this for years, they teach their kids to go fast, which is fine. But they're not teaching their kids to ride good. So their kids are riding super fast and they're getting hurt. There's a few that are hurt right now, and it's because their trainer didn't teach them how to be a good rider. They taught them how to be a fast rider. You can either ride very good, you can ride very fast. You can ride very good and fast, okay? You can do them both, but you can also do them separate. You can be slow and very good controlled on the bike. You can also be very fast and out of control on the bike. You can be very good, fast, and controlled on the bike. That is possible too. But a lot of trainers have this mentality that I need my riders to go win races, because as a trainer, and I know this, as a trainer, if my riders are winning races, my riders are doing good, that's advertisement for me. The better my riders do, the more advertising they give back to me by doing good at their races. So the people are like, oh, Grant's, he's got 5 kids out here winning races. Dude, I'm gonna go train with him. He's clearly got it down. Okay, that's good. But what people don't realize is if they're doing that but they're going super fast in a short amount of time and they're not learning all these things, there's a good chance they're getting hurt a lot too. They're crashing a lot. And I'm not saying all of them will. Sometimes there's riders, they go out there and they just get lucky. They're out of control, but they manage to not get hurt, and that's great. I don't want people getting hurt. I'm just saying there's a lot of riders that go out to the track and this happens, and they go super fast and they get hurt all the time. They get back on the bike. They don't I don't know why I'm crashing so much. It's just bad luck. No, it's not bad luck. It's bad technique. You learned how to go fast before you learned how to ride good. So now you've progressed up to here, but your skill level's still down here. So you know how to ride at this speed, but your body position, everything else is down here. So now it's hard to get this to match with this because you've learned so many bad habits. You've learned bad technique. But if you progress good body position, your body position, form, technique, everything comes up, your speed's down here, the speed will come. If you know how to ride your bike good and proper and everything looks right and you're just good uniform on the bike, the speed will come. Okay? You don't have to focus on being the fastest guy at the track every time you go, which obviously everybody likes to go fast. Absolutely. Going fast is the main goal. I know. But if you don't know how to ride good, you don't have good technique, going fast does you no good if you're crashing, you're hurt in the hospital. And most people that get hurt are the people that get burned out. So if your goal is, I need to go super fast today, but you're getting hurt, well, what good did going super fast do? Now you're off the bike for a month or two, or worse, hopefully not worse. I hate seeing that, but it happens. So maybe it's more than a month or two. It could be a year. It could be you never get back on a bike. Learn how to ride a bike controlled. That's my style. Learn how to ride the bike controlled, and then get your technique up, get your form where it needs to be, and then you go fast. Okay, that's my style. That's how I teach. I like to see a good controlled rider. If you look at my riders, you look at their body position, I'm very big on feet position. Okay, I like my riders to look good on the bike. If they don't look good on the bike, then what good is going fast gonna do? It's just gonna get them hurt. Okay, I don't like to see my riders get hurt. So I teach my riders, this is body position, this is where you need to be, and then we work on speed as we go. It's not just, okay, today we're gonna get down our feet. No, we're gonna get down our feet so you can land off this jump faster, so you can carry more speed, so you can come into this turn faster, coming over these bumps faster. So we're working on one thing to make this section, this part of the track faster. So now we're working on body position so we can apply it and make us faster at the same time. It's not just let's go faster and then we'll figure out the positions later. I've seen trainers do it. I see it all the time. I don't know how they can actually have this mentality as a trainer to teach their kids to go fast without going good. I don't understand it, but people do it. Okay? So what do we learn today? Find you a trainer, do research on the trainer if you have to, ask around, ask people what they think. Talk to the trainer yourself. See what their personality is like. And asking around, sometimes people don't like trainers. I'm not just saying me. Sometimes you ask somebody like, oh, that guy sucks. There are some trainers that I'm not a fan of, but that guy might work good for you. There are some people that are not a fan of me. That's fine, whatever. You don't have to like me. You can get in line, but I can teach you how to ride a bike good. I can teach you how to ride a bike fast. I can teach you how to ride a bike controlled. I can teach you to be a good dirt bike rider. Racer. Okay, so do your research, find out about your trainer, what is their style, what do they teach. For like me, I have a camp. Other trainers have camps. How do they do at their camps? What do they do at their camps? How do the trainers focus on their riders? Do they focus on the select couple of riders and then everybody else there kind of just, they're there? Or do they try and even out, everybody gets attention? Okay, do research on your trainers. Like, subscribe, hit the bell button, tell your friends, share, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Have you had bad trainers? Tell me what you think about training in general. Maybe you think training is stupid. Maybe you think trainers are stupid. Maybe you think dirt bikes are stupid. That would be dumb. That would make you stupid. I can't help that you're stupid, but that would be stupid. But leave a comment. Let me know. I'll see you on the next rant or whatever we do. Peace.